be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
Pulls and fires complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The run from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. He wants to go deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Bounces and squirms his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Fisher.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and still on his feet. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught behind the line. It's strong. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Unloads quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds us back in the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Roper. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's strong. Into the end zone for a touchdown. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The sure hands, it's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it set up on the outside. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Now on 2nd and short after the 1st down completion. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Ross. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. The grab and go as he takes it in for the touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now.
4th down.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moore. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch, it's Morris. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure.
And we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left. He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. And he's in for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Leaves it with the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Makes the grab. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Looking to the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's strong. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Oh, they're after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And he was under so much stress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Morris. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Morris. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they're in for a touchdown. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Got the quick completion. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Lemon. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. 1st down for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Fisher. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. They're down to the 20. 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Strong. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Defense with a chance to put a stop to this drive. 9th snap coming. It's 3rd and 4. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. smashes it between the uprights. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll run it from the gun. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Richmond. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They're going to run it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. With the catch, it's Morris. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Rides to back and leaves it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the 1st down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That's caught. It's Moore. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. They'll try the left side. Across the 25. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Looking for space, it's Morris. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Caught in the backfield, it's Lemon. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Strong. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
3rd down coming up.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Wants to throw again. The throw to the outside is complete. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Brings up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Moore. Shakes off the defender. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. He'll do it himself. Quarterback gets past the marker. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try the run. Punches it into the hallelujah land for a touchdown. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the tight end. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. A strike downfield. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. It's a draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. Back to pass on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The punt team makes its way onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here we go, final play of the game right here. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.